Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to Sakura Dungeon. Same thing as before. I need to turn down this volume. There we go. Turn some of the sound down. I don't think there's actually voices in this, but like I said yesterday, well, technically today, because I didn't get the video uploaded till early this morning, I wanted to do something a little different from Nekopara instead of just sending out one thing every single time. And it's going to be this. I'm going to try and alternate between the two, Nekopara and Sakura Dungeon. Nekopara, Sakura Dungeon. Whichever ends up taking my fancy. And I have played this game before, as you can tell with the continue and the load game. I've played up to level 21. I didn't do a whole lot of extra stuff. I'm really glad that was super zoomed out because it showed a character that I would have had to censor otherwise. And I have the uncensored patch for this. So throughout every single video of this, I'm probably going to have to do a bunch of editing to censor stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I know I'm probably not. But anyway, let's get right into the meat and potatoes of this. Start game. Normal, because I've actually tried hard. It's fucking difficult. Huh. Is this long dream finally over? What happened to me? How much time has passed? I cannot say for sure, but I can tell that I have not been awake for a long time. That's right. I'm beginning to remember now. A loud yawn escapes from my lips as I look at my surroundings. I rub the sleep away from my eyes, my blurred vision slowly focusing. Oops. That was a good nap. It's then that I notice someone else standing in the room. You! Monster! A woman clad in silver armor is pointing a sword at me. She is kind of rude, considering that I have just woken up. I challenge you! I gotta figure out a voice for this one. I challenge you! I can't help but ignore her for a moment. Looking behind me, I see a shrine with a crystal in its center. Tapping the strange crystal, I feel my finger go numb. Tell me, what did you do inside this room? Eh? I solved the puzzle and you emerged from the mist which came out of it. So it seems like I was sealed in a puzzle. I have no idea how this puzzle works, but this woman was capable of figuring it out. But enough of that. I know not what you are, but I will defeat you. Oh, so you're an adventurer? I look her up and down. She does look like the type. You can obviously tell that she's trained hard. Every single one of her movements are precise and efficient. Know my name, Fox. I am Seri, the Adventuring Knight. If you're an adventurer, you'd be up to date on current events, right? I don't understand why you're asking that, but yes. Tell me, adventurer, when did the domain of Queen Isis disappear into the dunes? She just looks at me, dumbfounded. Okay, whenever it's not like a name, I'm just going to talk in my normal voice. Eh? What a bizarre question. That was during mythical times. Hundreds, if not thousands of years. Oh, so it's been a while then. Several hundred years. I wonder what has changed while I have been asleep. Do you not care that I am here? Stop insulting me. She brings her blade down in an arcing slice. I step to the side, avoiding it completely. She looks at where I was standing. How? So fast? Oh, it seems my power is missing. I can feel the magic pulsing through the room around me. The magic has been siphoned while I was asleep. That is not good. It seems that I'm going to have a lot of questions to ask when I get back to town, presuming it's still there. I still have enough power to defend myself against this adventurer, however. Grabbing the hilt of her sword with both hands, she swings at me again. Could you please stop that? Wow, annoying as fuck. Okay. Again and again, she keeps swinging. She's fast. Very fast. For a human, at least. However, she isn't able to keep up with me. No! You can't be this fast! Why not? You just can't be! She's quivering anxiously now. Damn it! Ignoring me for a moment, she looks behind herself. No! I can't run away. She steels herself. Face me, monster! She charges at me, brandishing her sword carelessly. I've had enough of this. In my hand, a swirling orb of water forms. Launching from my hands, the orb hits the adventurer in the chest. The force of it sends her flying back across the room. Her armor shatters into pieces. Oh no. I slowly walk over, looking down as she lays on the ground. She tries to stand back up, but is unable to muster the strength to do so. But she doesn't look afraid. In fact, she's looking me dead in the eye. Oh good, I don't have to censor that just yet. Okay. So, this is it then. I knew this day was going to come eventually. Despite her obvious pain, she forces a smile. Well, you are my last opponent. Could I get a last request? I think you misunderstand my intentions. Even though this woman is hostile, I have no intention of ending her life. From my lips, ancient words pour. Mana envelops, I think it means envelops, the room, slowly circling in on the fallen knight. Wait, what are you doing? Eventually, I finish the spell and my mana dissipates. Come on, get up. What? Don't be... Her body responds then, and stands upright. Huh? What? My body did that on its own. What did you do to me? Sorry, I had to test if the spell worked correctly. What spell? What did you do? It is a binding spell, a magical contract between you and I. From this day forward, you are my subordinate. And I am your master. You may call me Yomi. I used the last of my power on the spell, so I'm going to be relying on you, Sari. I'm your what? Release me from this spell immediately! Sorry, but I can't release the spell right now. First of all, we need to get you somewhere safe. Let's see if I still have it. Checking one of my pockets, I can't help but smile when I see it. Here it is. I firmly grab the knight by her arm. What are you doing? Please just tell me what's going on! 3, 2, 1. The warp stone inside my robe begins to resonate. One moment we are standing in that room, the next we're standing in my hometown. Oh. Where are we? Somewhere safe. This is the town I passed through earlier. Why here, of all places? Oh, good to know that the illusion spell is still working then. What's even better is that this town is still standing. Illusion spell? I don't understand. What do you mean by... She just slumps her shoulders in defeat. Well, it's somewhere safe. But what does this town mean to you, Fox? There's humans here, so wouldn't this place be unsafe for you? Not at all. I founded this town myself. We needed to disguise a dungeon's entrance, so this was our solution. Dungeon entrance? Wait, are you telling me that you are... the Dungeon Lord? I was, at least. But I am guessing that is no longer the case. My connection to the dungeon has been severed. So that can only mean one thing. I've been usurped. Sari just stares at me in Why did I say it like that? Sari just stares at me in disbelief. Such a thing can happen? Sometimes, yes. Let me guess, you were there to clear out the monsters? Well, yes, but I have failed miserably. That's good, actually. My goals are the same. Anyway, I do not like seeing you walk around in tatters. Let's get you cleaned up. I take her with me to the inn. As I step inside, everyone goes silent. Everyone immediately stands up and rushes to the entrance. One particular figure stands out among them. None other than Isabella, my innkeeper. Fuck. My humble master, is that really you? Really? Really, really? Okay, anyone besides Yomi and Sari and anyone else I decide to voice is just going to have my voice. I'm sorry, I don't have the lungs and the capability to have 30 different voices. Who else would it be, Isabella? Cheers erupt from the inn. Sorry to keep all of you waiting. We didn't know what would happen to you. One day you were here, then you disappeared. It's so sudden. Where have you been? I was sealed away inside an abandoned room. I do not quite remember how that happened, but I think I'll work it out. I see. The important thing is that you're okay. We're so glad to have our dungeon lord back. I am glad to see all of you again. Sorry about the yawn. However, there is a problem at hand. Yes. Unfortunately, in your absence, someone else has taken your dungeon from you. I've heard things are really bad down there right now. Sari just stares at them. You are all monsters? Like I said, illusion spell. Since you're currently my subordinate, you can see through it. She appears to be in a state of shock. Oh yes, we served her earlier. What is she doing with you? She is the one who released me. So now I have decided that she's going to work for me from now on. It's not like you to take humans for servants. Well, I have a good feeling about this girl. She's looking kind of pale. And it looks like you two had a bit of a disagreement. Please see to her needs. No problem. I am more than happy to serve you, my humble master. She leads Sari away to the spare room. I'll have a hot bath ready for you right away. I should be able to mend this armor, too. Okay. That sounds fine. She is broken. After a hot bath and a fresh change of clothes, Sari looks like she has recovered from her shock. You're strangely hospitable for monsters. That normally would have cost me hundreds of gold pieces. We look after our own around here. Now then, Sari. I know you aren't going to like this, but we have to work together now. You want to clear out the dungeon? I want to get my dungeon back. I do not think this is unreasonable to join forces, do you? She goes silent for a moment. While I find the idea of working for a monster completely absurd, I know that there's nothing I can do about this spell you've placed on me. And it is as you said, we share a common goal. To defeat the monster reigning over this dungeon. So, I see no point in being angry about things I cannot change. I accept this bargain. More like slave, but whatever. It makes me very glad to hear that, Sari. You look like you're quite experienced with dungeon delving, so I'm sure your expertise will be useful. Ha! It did me no good against you. I haven't had a real challenge in a long time, and it's gone to my head. Perhaps this experience is just what I needed. Sometimes you need to take a blow to your pride. It cannot hurt now and then, can it? Humility is the only way that we improve ourselves. She lets out a bitter laugh. I would have liked to have learned this lesson a different way. But as you said, there is no point in complaining about circumstances you cannot change. Anyway, if you need some time before we begin our adventure, I understand. Please feel free to make use of any of the services we have here. Thank you. I think the first thing I need is a drink. And a strong one at that. Oh wow, she is going to the bar. Fuck. Okay. It's been a while, like, at least 3 or 4 months since I touched this game, I think. So I'm not going to be caught up with everything that happened at the beginning. She wanders off to the bar then. While this entire situation isn't ideal, I can't help but be excited. Several hundred years is plenty of time for things to change. There could be entire new human kingdoms out there. New monsters I could meet. New food I could eat. It's as if I've stepped in another world. I feel like could be taken as Beerus. You know, Dragon Ball Super Beerus, the one who just loves food and seeing shit. Mainly food. All about the food. Anyway, well, I cannot say that I was happy to be sealed. I want to make the most of this experience. So let's see what lies ahead. Alright, so as I enter the shop, someone smiles at me from behind the counter. Fuck. I kind of want to give her a voice, but at the same time, she has so few lines. Nah. I thought about giving her a smoker's voice, but not the type that would smoke. Now here's someone that I have not seen in a long time. I did not believe it when they said that you were back. Well, I'm here. So what wondrous goods does my shopkeeper have to share today? Well, we've fallen on hard times since the new dungeon lord took over. We currently do not have the capacity to make any particularly strong items at the moment. If you bring me mana shards, though, I can make you some basic items. I hope that is enough to make you happy. It is more than enough. If you have kept things here nice and tidy, even after hundreds of years, I am very proud of you, Charlotte. It is good to hear your kind words again, my humble master. I have been saving this in case I needed it, but I think it'd be better if you had it. She walks up to me and places something in the palm of my hand. Found a warp stone. Hell yeah. A warp stone. Excellent. Thank you, Charlotte. You are more than welcome. Bring back mana shards from the dungeon, and I'll gladly make you more. At the moment, the shop does not have a wide array of items. As you progress through the dungeon, more items will become available. Make sure to frequently check the shop and see what else is available between dungeon expeditions. I don't have any, so let's go back. I make small talk with Isabella, but we do not have really much to share at the moment. Perhaps I should talk to her later. Okay. She's all good. Alright, let's walk around town. I have some free time at the moment. It would probably be good to check in my servants. You never know what may be happening in town, so it is always a good idea to stay up to date on local gossip. Considering how much time I've spent asleep, I would be happy to hear some recent news. So I wonder what I should do first. As you progress through the dungeon, dialogue events will become available in town. Checking these events can lead to uncovering secrets or unlocking special events. So make sure that you check if there's any events available after you come back from the dungeon. Perhaps it would be better to do this later. Alright, I'm gonna save. Damn, I've been playing 17 minutes already? Shit. This is gonna be a long episode then, since this is such an intro. As we step towards the gate, Sarah seems apprehensive. Is something the matter? Well, apart from everything that just happened, there's always a sense of anticipation before you first enter a dungeon. The fuck? Sorry, I thought I saw something crawling on my floor. But it was just a piece of lint getting blown around. Well, this is the second time I am entering. Technically, it is the first. My sealed chamber has long since been cut off from the actual dungeon. I see. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's go take my dungeon back. Alright, dungeon entrance level 1. As we step inside, I can smell the earth and dust in the air. Earth, fire, water, air. A dim darkness, illuminated by a few spare torches, spreads out in front of us. It is all too familiar to me. It's good to be home. So, before we get started, there's just a few things I'd like to make clear, Yomi. Yes. If we are going to work together, can we please approach this my way? Although you are very powerful, I do not know how much dungeon delving you've done. So, I feel that it would be best to use my experience here. As you wish. I'm here to simply provide guidance. What path you take is up to you. Strange words from someone who just enslaved me. Yeah, I think you're into that, aren't you? This is just a necessary part of our agreement. So, what do you propose? She pulls out a bundle of papers and what appears to be a writing quill. Navigating a place like this is a difficult task. We need a map for every little step you take. It's far too easy to get lost if you do not keep track. Very well. Anyway, I will take point. Let's get going, Yomi. Navigate the dungeon using W, Q, E, A, S, D, and 2 keys. 2 keys? I don't know about that. W makes you move forward, Q and E makes you turn left or right, S moves backward, A and E makes you step side to side. You can alternatively use the arrow keys for movement. Pressing the 2 key will make you automatically move forward until you meet an obstacle. Every step you take is recorded on your map in the bottom left-hand corner. Remember, pay attention to your map. It'll be essential in the journey ahead. No shit. You can save your game at any time you are not in battle. If you lose a battle, the game will be over, so make sure to save frequently. You can quick save the game by pressing F5. You load your latest quick save file by pressing F9. Alright, so F5 real quick. Alright. As we continue to walk forward, I hear the sound of something moving in the darkness. Sari immediately reacts, readying her weapon to strike. Bit by bit, our enemy emerges into the light of Sari's blazing torch. Visitors! I'm not giving her a voice either. She's in a lot of shit. A rabbit monster? Aren't those notoriously weak? Nothing in this dungeon is as it seems. She has absorbed a part of my power. Do not underestimate her. I'm very sorry, but the Dungeon Lord has made it clear that visitors aren't allowed. I'm also very sorry, but I can't leave. Let's get this out of the way. You are about to enter your first battle. The bottom left-hand corner displays your active party members and their status. When it is the turn of one of your party members, they will appear on the right side of the screen. Their available skills will be directly below them. Each skill uses AP. This slowly recovers through the course of the battle. At least it's not called PP. Bad jokes. All monsters have the guard skill, which recovers AP and protects against attacks. Select the target of your attacks by clicking on it. The enemy status is displayed above their character sprites, right there. The order in which party members and enemies take turns is displayed at the top right of the screen. Right here. Your party members have gold borders around their portraits, whereas enemies have red portraits. Red, gold, all of that looks like gray to me. Now then, defeat the bunny girl to proceed. Good luck. And I'm sure there's like a huge number game you can play with this game. I've always stuck to just testing every attack until I know which one hits the best. For bunny girls, it's always been single slash for me. But it's a big RNG factor. You found 10 mana shards. I'm gonna have to censor that. Oh, shit. As Sari deals the final blow, the bunny girl is practically blown away by the force of it. Her clothes are torn to tatters, leaving her completely exposed. For a moment, she just sits there on the cave floor, looking down at the cloth scraps on the floor. My clothes! No! Why did this have to happen? Extremely embarrassed, she tries to cover herself with her hand. You didn't have to be that mean, you know. I know that I had to stop you, but you really shouldn't have used such excess force. A loud sniffle comes from the bunny. An uneasy look settles on Sari's face. I'm sorry, but it was necessary. If you had just let me past, this wouldn't have happened. You had clearly won, you know. But then you destroy my clothes? The Dungeon Lord doesn't give us new clothes for months on end. So she is mean to us on the upper floors. Sari looks back at me. It's only the first floor, and I already feel like a villain. She lets out a heavy sigh. Is there anything we can do for her? Absolutely. I'll go over to the sniffling bunny. She looks at me with dewy eyes. Oh, come on. Everything is going to be fine. I gently pat her on the head. She looks a little less upset then. Is it? Head back up the stairs and talk to my innkeeper. She will make new clothes for you. But if I leave, the overseer will get angry. And she's really, really scary when she's angry. Wait, she'll be angry anyway. I'm in so much trouble. You don't have to come back. If you leave, you could just leave forever. They aren't going to be able to hunt you down. Really? Her eyes are filled with hope now. She eagerly awaits my confirmation. Yes. Just get out of here. But, are you going to stop them? That is why I'm here. I cannot tolerate injustices being done to poor little monsters. Thank you. Do your best down here. She immediately leaves, taking off far faster than I was expecting. Oh, that's just the first censorship of many. Well done, Sari. You have won your first battle. It is merely one step of a long journey. But she was far stronger than I was expecting. You said she absorbed part of your power? Yes, my power has been stolen from me and shared among the monsters of this dungeon. If we're going to survive, we'll need to reclaim as much of it as possible. I will share my power with you as we go along, Sari. Well, although I'd prefer to use my own strength, I'll take whatever boons I can. Alright, let's go right. Because right is always right, right? That's an event. Actually, I want to go back and see... Oop, bunny girl. Can do additional actions using tactics menu. To open tactics menu, please press the right click or the R key. There are options to skip, auto battle, and retreat. Your escape chance is calculated by your AP and how many turns you spent in battle. Having more AP than your enemy increases your chance of escape. The longer a battle goes, the higher your chance to escape is. There are hotkeys to access some of these actions. Press A during battle to enable auto battle, S during battle to speed up your current battle. Keep in mind that when you enable auto battle, the AI will be playing for you. It will not make the wisest tactical choices, so make sure not to use it on hard battles. Alright. Forgot that's a mechanic as well. If you get crits when their AP is typically around the halfway point or lower, or your AP is higher than theirs by a large margin, it'll tear their clothes. Defeated, bitch! Alright. Nothing here. That was pointless. Alright. You've gained experience or XP during your last battle. XP is gained in 3 ways: attacking an opponent, being attacked by an opponent, or when a character defeats an enemy. When an ally defeats an opponent, all party members, including members in the back line and in town, gain XP. When fighting against opponents with higher levels, you'll gain additional XP. When fighting against weaker opponents, you'll gain less XP. When a character gains 100 XP, they will level up. Alright. Simple RPG stuff. Oh, and there is a lot of grind in this game. Once you get further on, I won't force y'all to watch any of that whenever I get to having to do heavy grind. But, yeah. Sari, before we proceed further, I need to ask a favor of you. Oops. What is it, Yomi? What is it, Yomi? I know that you do not appreciate your position right now, but I am afraid that we need to capture more subordinates. So you want me to catch them for you? Exactly. While I do not agree with this idea as a matter of principle, we need as many allies as we can get. So what is it you need me to do? I will show you how to use the capture spell. Since I'm directly channeling my magic through you, it should be a simple task. Very well, show me how. Sari has learned the capture ability, just like that. All monsters you encounter at random while inside the dungeon can be captured. After capturing them, they will be sent to the prison in your hometown. You need to go meet your captured monsters if you want to add them to your party. The capture a monster, you must do enough damage with the capture ability to defeat her. Ideally, you should weaken them until they can be taken out with one hit. Not all monsters can be captured this way, but there may be other means of recruiting those monsters to your cause. Monsters who are a higher level than the caster of the capture spell cannot be captured. Alright. A barrel? We should break it. Why is that the first thing that crosses your mind? First thing that crossed my mind was barrel! You never know what might be hiding inside a barrel. Fine. She takes her plate to the barrel, smashing it to pieces. Something shimmers among the splinters. 5 mana shards. Not a bad start. Mana shards? Yes, small pellets of concentrated magic. They're highly useful, I can tell you. Very well. She grabs the shards and puts them into her belt pouch. You will encounter objects which can be broken open for treasure as you proceed through the dungeon. To interact with objects, walk up and click on them. Mana shards are the primary currency of this dungeon. They are used to make magical items and pay for repair fees. Sweet. Sorry if I'm not talking a whole bunch. Right now, there's not really a whole bunch to talk about because the game's mostly talking for me. That way's an event. Let's see what this way is. Another bunny girl. That's what this way is. So let me... Hey, I might be able to get her 2-shotted. Do that. Hey! And I'm going to have to censor that. Good job. We have our first ally. That is one way to put it. But are you sure that a rabbit is going to be of much use to us? You underestimate that rabbit. There are particular species I found in the windswept plateaus to the north. While they seem harmless enough, they have a natural affinity with the wind. They can tear you apart without having to touch you themselves. What an unusually vicious rabbit. I suppose it is a good thing that they are on our side now. Very much so. Remember, not to look down on anything you find in this dungeon. It can come back to bite you. You've captured your first party member. If you want to add her to your dungeon party, head back to town and click on Meet Captured Monsters at the main menu. Monsters you've captured will appear there. Nothing. Probably gonna be another bunny. Yep. Okay. You can't, before anyone says anything that may not have known much about this game, you cannot capture 2 of the same exact monster. Will not allow you. But if you happen to capture one that's like, say, level 10, and you meet the same monster later that's level 14, and you haven't gone and unlocked the level 10 one from the prison yet, click the level 14 and you'll get them. And then you'll set free the other one. Anyway. Ooh, 9 damage. Oops. Showing off a little there, Bun Bun. Oh, that's going to be 3 censorships. I'm going to try to keep track of the number. Fuck, okay. At least I'm getting experience, I guess. Yep, and dead. Okay. Don't have to censor you this time. Alright. Events. I want to clear the first floor at least before I end the episode. Oh. Strange. I do not feel any fatigue while I'm down here. Monsters naturally recover quickly from wounds and tiredness. I have passed some of those traits to you from our contract. Well, I cannot complain about that. There is no healing magic in this game. Instead, all party members regenerate health over time. Anyone else get like a Sword Art Online thing? Like real quick, because there was no magic at all in Sword Art Online. For each turn in battle, or for every 2 steps, a party member will recover health based on how much resilience they have. If a monster's outfit is damaged, the recovery rate is reduced by half. The monster's outfit is damaged when they take a critical hit, and their current VP is lower than half of their maximum VP. The resilience rating of your current party members is fairly low, so be sure to frequently visit town to recover. Injured and knocked out party members will recover all of their health when they visit town. Damaged outfits will also be automatically repaired. Okay, so speaking of returning to town, don't want to go that way just yet. I'll complete the first floor first. thought about just going back, but at the same time, if I... Oh, wow, this is the end of the first floor. Forgot how short it is. Because some of the later floors are super long floors. Like, oh my god, kind of long. Because there's so many twists and turns. You don't... The map's tiny, but really it's like a good 50 or 60 blocks away before you reach the exit. And that is the first floor of the dungeon. I knew you could do it. Well, it is only the beginning. I can only imagine what is waiting for us down there. I would not think too much about it. After all, it is best to take things one step at a time. One floor, one step, one battle. Yes, I am very much aware. I do not know how deep this dungeon reaches into the earth, so I am prepared for the West. And yeah, for there, I'm going to end this episode here, maybe. Yeah, it's 35 minutes. I'll end it here. So, nope. Let's go ahead and save the game. Again, one of my favorite things about this is I can save anywhere. Go back to the main title. And that'll be it for today's episode of this. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that little bell so you know when I upload next, which should hopefully be tomorrow. Should be Nekopara or Sakura Dungeon. There, like I said in the last video, there will be no more VR chat. No more, because it's a pain in the ass to record, and it doesn't like working for me. And because I just want to enjoy my time there rather than trying to focus on commentary, because then I'll have to mute and unmute. Anyway, again, if y'all enjoyed, just do everything I asked. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, guys.